Hi guys, Tom the here, back again for another video on the channel. In today's video, I'll be discussing the 4 teams in the playoffs and who do I think will get promoted to the Premier League. So of course, the 4 teams which finished in the Championship playoffs of the 2020-2021 season are Brentford, Swansea, Barnsley, Bournemouth in that respective order as well of those teams who finished in the Sky Bet Championship season. So of course, Brentford versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth will have the home leg first and Brentford will have the second leg at home. And then Swansea will play Barnsley away first and we'll be at the Liberty Stadium in the second leg. So of course, third play 6th, fourth play 5th, and obviously 6th and 5th play their first game at home. So let's go into a few stats then. Brentford have actually done the double over Bournemouth this season, so the 2 times Bournemouth have played Brentford, they've lost both games. And similarly, Swansea City have done the double over Barnsley, so Swansea and Brentford, you'd fancy them to get over Bournemouth and Barnsley respectively. Brentford have got the most wins out of the 4 sides. Barnsley then have got the most losses. Brentford have got the most goals. So as you can see here, Brentford are very, very good at scoring goals. You know, when you've got a striker like Ivan Toney to 31 goals this season, there's no surprise there. Swansea have got the least goals conceded out of the 4 sides. We've got a really, really good defensive record compared to Brentford, Bournemouth and Barnsley. So going on to these forms, in the last 5 games then, Brentford won 4 and drew 1, so no losses for them. Swansea have only won 1, we've drew 2 games and lost 2 as well, so not great form. Barnsley have won 2, drew 1 and lost 2, and then Bournemouth then have won 2 and lost 3. You're looking at that form, the only team which are really on form is Brentford at the moment. No losses in 5. You know, Swansea, Barnsley have both got 2 losses respectively, and then Bournemouth have got 3 losses respectively. So, you know, Bournemouth will have a big struggle on their hands against Brentford. You know, they've changed system recently. They've got to like a 3 at the back with Dalsgaard in the back 3, and it's worked really, really well. Swansea have changed formation over the last couple of weeks from a 5 at the back to a 4 at the back. Barnsley, we all know the way they'll set up, and Bournemouth, you know, sometimes they change it, sometimes they don't. Obviously, they've got a bit of an inexperienced coach with Jonathan Woodgate, which could, you know, halt them going back up to the Premier League. But what do I see happening then? Out to Brentford, Bournemouth, then of course the first game is at Bournemouth, and then the second is at Brentford, like I said earlier. There will be fans, and I do believe so. Bournemouth will have fans for the home game, which probably will give them a bit of advantage. But over 2 legs, I probably do fancy Brentford to do the job. You know, it would be a bit boring to get Bournemouth back up to the Premier League with Norwich Watford, who also got relegated last season. That'd be a bit boring. But, you know, on aggregate, I'm going to go for a 4-2 victory for Brentford. I think Bournemouth will win the first leg 2-1. I also think they'll win the first leg 2-1. I know this sounds stupid, but I reckon Brentford will win the second leg 3-0. Similar to what they did last season against us. You know, struggled in the first leg, came back second leg, and were on absolute fire. So I'm going to back Brentford to go through to the final. And even if Swansea, Barnsley, I've got to be honest, I don't think we're going to get a win up in Barnsley. You know, they've got fans, they've got great support, and, you know, it's going to be bounced up in Barnsley. So, you know, I think the first game, I'm going to just about go for a draw. If there is one team who's going to win that first leg, I do believe it'll be Barnsley. And then second leg, I'm going to have to back us. You know, there'll be the Swans fans there, 3,000. And I think that second leg with fans will be such an advantage to the home team. You know, just trying to get the team, and, you know, if the opposition team is just defending, they'll really, really struggle, especially if some tackles go in. You know, the fans will, you know, want a penalty or whatever like that. So over 2 legs, I'm going to back Swansea on an aggregate score. I'll go for a 2-1 Swans. I reckon the first leg is going to be 1-1 between the 2 sides, and I reckon Swans will get a 1-0 victory at home. Quite nervy game, and fingers crossed I'll be able to go to that one. So let me know, guys, down below, who are you backing out of Brentford, Bournemouth, Swansea, Barnsley, and then let's get on to the final. So if my predictions are correct, then it'd be a Brentford-Swansea final. Of course, last season it was the playoff semi-final where Brentford did progress, and it did beat Swansea in aggregate 3-2, which was quite a close game. But, you know, I'm going to be non-biased here. Brentford, Swansea, let's be fair, Brentford are a better side than us, but they've not beat us this season. We've not beaten them. It's been 2 kind of close games, both 1-1 draws. You know, this game, if it does go to the finals, Brentford, Swansea, it could be, you know, an evenly match thing. You know, Brentford to go all out attack, Swansea would just sit back and try to counter. But being honest, if there was a fight between Brentford and Swansea, I would have to fancy Brentford over us at the moment. Like I just said, our form's not great. Defensively, we've not been awesome, and I just don't really like us at the 4 back. I would like to go in the playoffs with the 5 back system, especially against Barnsley, where, you know, we'd match each other. So if we go to a 5 at the back, I'll be a bit more confident. But if we stay at the 4 back, I think, you know, Brentford, Bournemouth, Barnsley, whoever we do play in the final, if we get there, of course Barnsley in the semi-final, of course. But yeah, I just think, you know, they'd really expose us through the middle. I just think we're a lot more defensive solid with that back 5, and, you know, we can get the best of Connor Robertson, Jake Bidwell, or Ryan Manning, where it's playing on that left hand side. So I'm gonna have to back back Brentford, and I think the final would be 2-1 Brentford. I do think we'd score first as well, and that'd just be heartbreak. So yeah, I reckon Brentford will go up to the Premier League. So guys, I'm going to back Brentford to go up to the Premier League. Let me know down below, guys, who you back in. Please not be biased. I know a lot of people say Swans, but get your thinking caps on, take your Swans cap off, and let me know down below who you back in to get to the Premier League. So guys, you've heard my prediction. Next week I'll be doing my Championship table reaction of my reactions to the Championship table I predicted at the start of the season, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, the playoffs are going to be very nervy. The first leg is on Monday, Bournemouth Brentford at 6 o'clock, and Barnsley Swansea at 8:15, I do believe. And the following Saturday then is Brentford versus Bournemouth at 12:30, and Swansea versus Barnsley at 6:30. I have applied for a ticket for that Barnsley game, not too sure if I'm going to get it though. No worries if I can't get it, not sure if I'll be able to stream. I will be doing 2 streams on Monday though. I'll be doing the Bournemouth Barnsley watch along, and I'll also be doing the Barnsley Swansea watch along. So there'll be 2 watch alongs Monday. There'll be a preview tomorrow as well for the Barnsley game, and there'll definitely be a preview next Friday for the Barnsley game. I know I did last season, I only did 1 leg, but I'll do 2 previews. I'm not too sure if I'll be able to stream both games next week. I doubt they'll be able to do Bournemouth Brentford, so yeah, I'm not sure if I'll do the second leg, guys, but I definitely will be doing the first leg. So thanks guys for watching. Please do hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Really do appreciate the support recently. Make sure you check out the Championship Team of the Season video. I really enjoyed that one, and your support on that was really good. Like I said, the video schedules, I just went through it now, so hopefully you guys can tune into those. Yeah, the playoffs, you know, it's a lottery at the end of the day. You're 270 minutes away from the Premier League, plus extra if it goes regular time. So all I want to see is 100% effort, because I'm fed up with the Championship now. We've been here 3 seasons. We need to get back on that train, back to the Premier League, and probably get annihilated and back down to the Championship. But you know, it's all the road. So thanks guys for watching, and fingers crossed the Swans can do the job against Barnsley and then on to the final against Bournemouth or Brentford respectively. Thanks for watching guys, I'll see you in the match preview tomorrow. I need one more chance. Oh baby, let me show you. I need one more